I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is another paid request, this time from Eelco. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Monster Hunter. Now, Monster Hunter came out in 2020 by Paul W.S. Anderson, a guy who I usually call Paul Wild Stallions Anderson. And it's based on a video game that I know diddly squat about. I know jack shit. And Jack left town. I don't know anything about Monster Hunter, the video game. So I don't know if it's because I went into this with the lowest of expectations. I don't know if it's because I know shit about the video game. I don't know if it's because I looked at the series of movies I've seen in the past couple months, like The Amazing Bulk, Robo Vampire, Caddyshack 2, Kingdom of R, Neil Breen movies, Nostalgia Critic movies, or something else entirely. I didn't hate the film. I thought it was a time waster. I didn't love it. It has its flaws. But I thought it was a decent time waster where it went at a fast pace. I did not think it was boring. I liked Tony Jaa in the film. The title fit, I mean, maybe it doesn't fit in regards to the game, but I don't know anything about the game. But Monster Hunter, they're hunting monsters. Big motherfucking monsters. There's some nice visuals with the landscape of the deserts. I like that the score, they did a bit of a synthesizer score, which I'm a sucker for. So I like that touch. Mila Jovovich is a star. She's one of my issues. I guess I would put it, I could tolerate her in here, kind of like I could tolerate her in the first Resident Evil movie, but not in the sequels. Because Mila Jovovich, I like her in The Fifth Element. I could, Cuffs. She did a film called Cuffs with Christian Slater. She was fine in that. The first Resident Evil I could tolerate. The movie. It's not like the game, but I thought A, it was going to get better. It didn't. It got way worse. B, I liked the score. Marilyn Manson and I forget who else did the music. Excellent score. And I thought it was fun action zombie horror movie for what it is. Not a great Resident Evil movie though, but it was fun for what it was. The sequels I hated. And with Paul W.S. Anderson, I like Mortal Kombat 1995. That's my favorite film of his. I like Event Horizon. Soldiers Grown on Me. I like Soldier with Kurt Russell. Death Race, I think it's okay. The other stuff he's done, did not care for at all. Now, the plot is very simple. That's kind of another thing I liked about it. Very basic. Mila Jovovich is part of the Army Rangers. Her and her team are doing maneuvers out, I forget where. A storm comes. They get placed to another realm. This is like within 8-10 minutes of the movie. So it's a pretty quick-paced film. Her team gets killed. She's left alone, either dealing with a big monster that goes through the desert, or these bud, scorpion type of monsters underground that when they hit you, they put venom in you. She teams up with Tony Jaa, who's a native, and I actually thought was the right decision that he doesn't speak English, because he doesn't have the best grasp of the English language. That's not a knock against him. I mean, I don't know any other languages, and I barely speak English. So, you know, Tony Jaa, you tell he's having difficulty with English in films like Triple X 3 and the Fast and Furious sequel he was in. So I thought him being in, not having to do that, not having to worry about that, made his performance more fluent, more loose, more enjoyable. I like Tony Jaa a lot more here than in Triple X 3 and that Fast and Furious 7. Now, one of the issues is when it tries to do hand-to-hand fight scenes between him and Mila Jovovich. Granted, at least Tony Jaa does knock Mila Jovovich out, so they don't have her win. Because if you don't know, Mila Jovovich and the director Paul W.S. Anderson are married. They're a couple. That's why he keeps casting her in almost every fucking film. Can't say every film. Well, after Resident Evil, pretty much every fucking film he did, except Death Race, to be fair. Alien vs. Predator. She wasn't in that either. I'm surprised. Actually, when was that? Was that before or after Resident Evil? I get my timeline mixed up. It doesn't matter. My point is they're married. He cast Mila Jovovich a lot because it's the Poontang Pie, it's the Poontang Bank. I need to get another donation. Okay, cast me in another one of your movies. All right then. And number one, there's many other people that would be better suited. Thomas Jane, Aaron Eckhart, Carl Urban, or hell, Charlize Theron. Or hell, if we can have older people, Liam Neeson and these guys doing action films, why can't we have Gina Davis? Why can't we have Demi Moore? Yeah, they may be older as well, but we can have an older, and it's fighting monsters using weapons, expertise, wits. You could do that with an older actress. Doesn't have to be younger. Let Demi Moore, let Gina Davis, let someone else get a chance instead of Mila Jovovich. But like I said, in this, sometimes she's wooden, sometimes she's alright. Again, kind of like how I felt about her in the first Resident Evil movie. Sometimes she's alright. Like there's a point where Tony Jaa's teaching her how to use these swords, and then they start glowing and burning up and on fire. She drops them and is like, you weren't going to tell me about that? Like that seemed like a human, natural reaction. I like that bit. Other times, she's, so, can we do a different person in this? Oh, I was talking about the hand-to-hand fights. That's another flaw. They're poorly edited, the fights. Kind of like how he did Resident Evil, the final chapter, which is his worst film. If I had to think about it, I would say Resident Evil, the final chapter is the worst movie he's done. Because that was... Don't get me started on that. But here, like they're poorly edited. Are they edited poorly to try to make us try to swallow the bullshit that Mila could take Tony Jaa in a fight? Like, and there'll actually be a fucking level of competing? Because Mila Jovovich is not getting Tony Jaa in a fight. I don't give a fuck what the director says. That's why I'm surprised that Tony Jaa knocks her out. But the fact that Mila Jovovich, is able to block, I'm like, no, I don't buy this bullshit. And then I'm like, is this why it's so edited so quick and poorly? Like, again, you did Mortal Kombat from 1995. You done fight scenes, Paul. Wild Stallion Anderson, what the fuck are you doing? But when it gets to the monster fights, he's a lot more competent. When he gets in the... That's the funny thing. In the hand-to-hand fights, this is the editing. But when the monster fights happen, he's more at home. It's edited fairly. Wide shots, nice usage of slow-mo and shots that are meant to mean something. I like that a lot of the film was the simplicity of Milla Jovovich and Tony Jaa not trusting each other, not be able to communicate because they can't speak the other's language, and hunting these monsters. Either dealing with the monsters underground or the big monster up top. I like that Tony Jaa gets moments. It's not one of those where the woman gets everything. No. In fact, the last monster at the end, Tony Jaa gets the final hit, which was cool. Like I said, Tony Jaa has some good moments and nice moments of slow-mo where I understand what's going on. That's what I mean. Paul, if you did this for the monster scenes, why don't you do it for the fight scenes? Well, if I did that, then Milla, there's no way Milla could beat up Tony Jaa. Exactly. You shouldn't do it. In fact, that'd be funnier and more relatable that she tries to fight Tony Jaa and she gets knocked out quick. And then she's embarrassed and pissed. But she does get knocked around. And then she gets knocked out there. I would not call her Mary Sue. Some people do. I don't know. I thought she... At least when she's fighting, especially to begin with, she's having trouble. I mean, when she just knocked out like twice by the creatures on the ground with the venom, and Tony Jaa's helping her, and then she helps him. As cliche as this is, you've seen this kind of stuff in other films. You know, the bonding moments where like she pulls out nice plug for Hershey's chocolate. Hey, you like chocolate? You know, he eats the chocolate, he lights it. I mean, you've seen that many times before, but again, it may be cliche, but that always kind of makes me chuckle, that kind of stuff. As much as I've seen it many times before, it's simple but effective. I mean, that's an easy way to do it, and again, makes me smirk. I can't help it. Maybe because it makes me remember films back in the day that have done that, and sadly, that's a good point nowadays. Like I said, the synthesizer music is a nice touch. And just the fast pacing. It's like the movie never allowed me to get bored. You just say it's the flashy T. Oh, look at these flashy T's. I guess that worked for me in this instance. I did Tony Jaa gets his moments, like he cuts his venom. One of the scorpion type of creatures, he cuts the face so it opens up like this, like peeling an orange. So the face like yeah, like I thought that was cool. And again, it's ludicrous, yes. It's brainless, yes. For example, people get thrown about. Like, there's a point where Tony Jaa's on the back, and he gets thrown, like, 50 yards and hits a car. He should be dead, and his entire spine should be shattered. But he's still alive. He's knocked out, but he's alive, so... Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's bullshit. But I don't know, just something about a movie that it did not have endless subplots. It had enough, like, little moments. Like, okay, I like the moment between the two characters. Tony Jaa, I like him compared to these other American films he's done. I still like Skin Trade with him and Dolph Lundgren. I know some people don't. I still like that. For the American films he's done, I still think it's that. And sadly, this one, they're the better ones. Again, compared to Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, or Fast and Furious 7. And that's just my opinion. And Fast and Furious 7, I was like very mixed on. And Triple X 3 I hated. Very disappointing. But back to this. Is either them working together to defeat the monsters, and then very soon after they meet Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman's in the film. I wish he was in the film more, but the little bits with him, I liked his personality. I liked his weapon, where he I don't know if any of this is in the games, how little or how much, but he like has his weapon and slams down, this whole thing of fire is unleashed. I thought that was cool. Like, I liked some of the back and forth between Mila Jovovich and Tony Jaa. I thought they actually worked decently well together. I think, honestly, Tony Jaa helped Mila Jovovich's performance. I really do. It might sound crazy, but Tony Jaa like brought a little bit of humanity out of Mila Jovovich's character. I would say that's when her performance, when she's with the military team at the beginning, when she's with Tony Jaa, her performance goes up a bit. So, at least that's what it seemed like to me. I mean, if I found this for cheap for $5, I'd pick it up, but, you know, it's not like I love it, picked up for 23 bucks. But yeah, well, they don't have Blu-rays for $5. What am I talking about? What dream world am I living in? But I wish Ron Perlman was in it more, but I liked him. Now, is his character in the game, this one, which I liked, I thought was kind of cool. She's brought into Ron Perlman's group, and there's this fucking cat person. He looks like a pirate. It's a cat. And sadly, it looks better than that Cats movie that came out. Like, literally looks like a cat. Like, if you took your house cat, CGI, and it's on two legs, and he's like moving like a person, but only talks in meow, 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 meow. And there's even a point like he kind of hits on Mila Jovovich. I like this cat. I wish I saw more of this pussy. I guess if they're going to do a sequel, they were going to put more of that character in it, but I wish I saw more of this character. Even though he doesn't speak English, I liked the way he looked. I liked his persona. He was a cook and had a little bit of attitude to him, and I like cats. That's the review. I like cats in the movie. That's why 10 out of 10 IGN. Why do I like the Monster Hunter? I like cats. There you go. I guess that's why. But like I said, there's little moments that I liked, and I liked the Tony Jaa, this last moment. Explosive arrow. That's C4 tipped, Sally. But you know what? Maybe that's for good reason. Leave that for Rambo and Rambo alone. Maybe. Or if the Ninja Turtle Raphael, if he ever does it, I'll allow it that time. But and yeah, it's a lot of CGI, but I thought I've seen much worse. Sad to say. Yeah, they definitely had a budget behind it. I like the designs of the creatures. Sadly, it leaves room for a sequel, kind of like the 1995 Mortal Kombat when it did, where you know they defeat. Well, that's a spoiler, but spoiler alert, spoilers right now. Okay, I'll put this up when spoilers in. At the end of the film, they defeat the creature. They're on Earth. They defeat the creature. There's another creature. Ron Perlman, Tony Jaa, Mila Jovovich is going to fight it. Boom. It ends. Sequel bait for another one, which never happened. And then it looks like the cat is going to join the fight. And then, you know, we'll never see that. So, you know, I didn't like that. But I mean, 1995 Mortal Kombat had the same thing. So there you go. Had the same type of sequel bait ending. So to be fair, like really almost the same. They win, and then boom, here's another enemy, ready to fight it, credits. So there you go. Now, I can understand if you're a fan of the game, and if this is nothing like the game, I can understand being pissed. Why? Because I can relate to stuff I like. For example, don't fall please. This. I love the Silent Hill games. This is actually one, I would say this is my favorite game of all time, Silent Hill 2. I love this game. That's why I have issues with the Silent Hill movie. Even though it's well shot, even though it has music from the game. I don't like the Silent Hill movie because what it changes with the story, what it changes with the characters, what it changes with the... I think it really brings down the psychological aspect that's in these games. Right, you could say there's less of that in the first game, but still, I mean, the way the games have become, they're very much psychological horror games. I think the Silent Hill movie did not touch on that very well, and this whole explanation, the pacing, the character, just really bugged the fuck out of me. Same with Max Payne. I don't even know if I have it here, but I love the Max Payne game. It's one of my favorite PS2 games. And then when they did the fucking movie of Marky Mark and his Funky Bunch, God, that pissed me off. Yeah, here it is. There you go, Max Payne. God, that pissed me the fuck off when they did that. With the... Oh, he's got these hallucinations of demons and Mark Wahlberg, and there's more action and fucking commercial for the Super Bowl than in that movie. Max Payne the movie fucking sucked, but it makes sense because you get the guy who directed A Good Day to Die Hard. Fuck that Max Payne movie. Pain my fucking ass. So I can understand, but again, I'm sure people were expecting this to be a big rant. There's issues. Like I said, you know me, I'm always more for practical effects than just wall-to-wall CGI. Mila Jovovich, I think at times she's okay, at times she's wooden. There's other choices I would have picked more. The hand-to-hand fight scenes, the few she has with Tony Jaa, piss poorly done, piss poorly edited. And, you know, stuff of that nature. But it was fast-paced. I liked some of the bits between Mila and Tony Jaa. I liked Tony Jaa himself. I thought it had quite a bit of action. It, like I said, it didn't have endless subplots. It didn't have endless fucking building up of this and that, and this and this and this. A good chunk of it, just the two of them out there hunting these creatures. Simplicity can sometimes be a strong point. It really can. I think that's an undervalued notion. I'm sitting there going, wow, an hour has passed. And if you take out the end credits, it's only like an hour and 30-some minutes without the end credits. I'm like, wow. And like I said, like, I like the score. I like that cat person thing. I don't remember his name. I don't know if they said his name. But I'm like, you know, I don't... So yeah, if you love the game and it's completely different, I can understand the frustration. I never played the game, so I don't have that. And it was... I had fun with it. It was an easy to watch time waster. Not a favorite, not a classic. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse video game movies. I'm not even the type of guy that hates every video game movie. I'll name you the video game movies I like. Super Mario Brothers. Mortal Kombat, 1995. Let's see. Doom. I don't mind the Doom movie. The first Lara Croft Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie. Sonic the Hedgehog I liked. Tekken. I didn't mind Tekken, because I don't know shit about the games. I liked it for what it was. I mean, Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li sucked. Max Payne sucked. I'm not a fan of Double Dragon. As I say, Silent Hill makes me mad. Silent Hill Revelation really makes me mad. Lara Croft 2, the Cradle of Life, that's one of the only movies I fell asleep in the theater. the second Angelina Jolie, I fell asleep in that in the theater. The reboot of Tomb Raider I thought was very boring and very ho-hum at best. Boring. Uwe Boll's films are the pieces of fucking trash. Every fucking one of them. The first Resident Evil, like I said, it is what it is, and the rest was fucking god-awful. And, I know there's more, but I forgot them. DOA... What is it, Tina the Fighters or something? I forget what the fuck... Anyway, I don't even remember the rest of them. So, there you go. But see, there's some I like. And there's some that are shit. Thought this was okay. Sorry that's not a big rant, but I better do a rant. No, if I like something or I don't mind it, then I don't mind it. I'm not going to falsely rage on something because, oh, get more hits. I don't do that. Some people think I do, but it's... Because here's the thing, if you're not going to be honest, what the fuck is the point? So if you don't like the film, I'm not going to defend it. But sadly, Paul W.S. Anderson has done worse. AVP, Assholes vs. Penises, as Ferdinand calls it, is way worse than this. I'll watch this any day over Assholes vs. Penises. AVP, fuck. So, wow, that's big endorsement. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, hashtag Justice for Cats. I don't know. Whatever the hell that... Someone please tell me what the name of that cat guy was. Or I'm assuming it's a guy. Maybe he was a lesbian. I don't know. And like Mila Jovovich. I don't know. The definition of one giant pussy. Jesus a giant pussy. Jesus a giant pussy. Why do you say it twice? I didn't, because it's the echo. See you guys later. Bye-bye.